What's up guys, it's Ben Kazinas here from Energize to Optimize, and today I'll be discussing why we are multi-dimensional spiritual beings living a human experience. So it's imperative that we understand this fundamental truth. Our true essence is pure consciousness, nothing more, nothing less. This means that all we really are is a silhouette of energy floating in space. Now I'll be discussing and explaining this further, so don't go anywhere. Our reality only seems physical because we are limited to our 5 senses. Our perception of this physical reality is dictated by our senses, and it gives us the idea that this is all that is, but it's not. We are far more than just taste, smell, hear, touch, and sight. So the world we see around us only exists as a visible light that we can then perceive by our eyes. However, the electromagnetic spectrum, which is the range of wavelengths or frequencies over which electromagnetic radiation extends, only accounts for 0.005% of the total matter in the universe. And visible light, the light that we utilize for sight in this reality, is confined to the 5 senses and only makes up a fraction of the 0.005% of what really exists. So get this, everything existing as matter is only a collection of atoms vibrating at a specific frequency. And we know that 99.99 recurring percent of an atom is empty mass. So the physical objects in our world aren't really there. It's all empty matter and is almost existing as an illusion. When you break everything down to its smallest fundamental component, you find that all form and matter is just an illusion, playing out right in front of our eyes. Let me break it down for you. So our physical body is made up of approximately 100 trillion cells. These cells are made up of atoms, which we have already discussed as being 99.99 recurring percent empty matter. These atoms are then made up of subatomic particles. They are electrons, neutrons, and protons. These are then made up of vibrations. The vibrations are then a frequency, and the frequency is in essence just light. So I'll recap. Physical body is made out of cells, which is made out of atoms, which is made out of subatomic particles, which is made out of vibrations, which is made out of frequencies, which is in essence light. So we are fundamentally just light energy. Our physical bodies and everything that we touch and what seems to be physical is only part of the equation. Can we see our thoughts and emotions with our eyes? No, you can't. Can we touch a thought or measure an emotion? No, you can't. But these bodies exist and are essential aspects of ourselves. Just because we can't measure or see something, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Our eyes can only see a fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum that I just discussed through visible light. So it would be foolish to believe that we can see everything that exists. It's just plain false. If you want to achieve optimal health and live happily, then you need to identify and connect to these other 3 bodies, not just your physical body. So these 3 are the spiritual body, the mental body, and the emotional body. So in total, we have 4 bodies: physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental. Once you realize this truth, you will now understand true freedom and your true self, which has no limitations and operates with infinite potential. Einstein stated that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be changed from one form to the next. This would seemingly then suggest that as we are just light energy, at our true core, we actually never die. Our physical vessel obviously dies, but as I have just proved, we are far from being completely the physical body. That is just one of the 4 bodies that make up our being. We perceive a loss of life to be death, but essentially all it is our spiritual body changing from one form to another. Okay, so I'll let this information sink in right now. After realizing and really understanding what I've just explained, you're going to start to question what you've been told your whole life. It's going to fundamentally change what you believe and what your potential really is. I'll take the opportunity now to thank you for watching the video and taking the time out of your day to tune in to what I've been talking about, and be sure to subscribe and drop a like if you learned and found this knowledge interesting and enjoyable. I'll be back with more holistic health information in the near future, so stay tuned and watch this space. Peace.